And that's what makes us human, being empathetic with other people. No other creature can do it at the level that we can do it.
Cues for leadership.
Welcome to another episode of Behavioral Echoes, where communities of thought leaders are brought together to explore the connections between neuroscience, wisdom, leadership, and its application to business and personal growth. Today, we have a special guest whom many of you may know, one who excels in thought leadership and is active in sharing and learning insights from leaders around the world.
We would like to welcome Louis to our podcast. He's the co-founder of Asynco since 2023, and it's an online community of practice and collective making sense of new ways of working, collaborating, relating, leading, and organizing using digital tools to create value. He's a seasoned leader with 30 years experience in the space of knowledge management, collaboration, learning, leadership enablement, change management, and social networking for business and online communities. We are so happy to have you.
Work is a miserable endeavor if you look into it, right? It's very difficult to get pleasure out of it, right? Very few probably can say that. But that's not because of work itself. That's because of how it has been designed. I mean, I can't remember now who was the author, but he wrote a book on bullshit jobs. What else do I need to say? If you write a book to talk about vast majority of the work that we do nowadays, right?
If
Now,
people
am I
bought
saying
the book, that's a lot too.
Yeah. The thing is that do I think that that's bad, as in awful? No, it's realizing that that's the current situation, and then what is important to me is to make that choice, is to choose between, do I want to keep working this way, where I have got a shitty job, I don't know about probably with the shitty pay as well, but hopefully it will be better, where I'm miserable, where I want to get out of the workplace as soon as I can and go back home or whatever, or do I want to have a choice where I decide the kind of work that I want to do on my terms with whoever I want to do it and the time that I would want to deliver the results that I'm asked about. That's the choice that I want people to think about, because it's a choice that they need to make, not their employer, not their manager. It's a choice that they as employees need to make, right?
I love it. I love that so much, and I'll tell you why. I'm a big proponent of Elliot Jaques, and one of the things he defines work, and this guy was brilliant, 50 years worth of research and data, but one of the things he says is simply the definition of work is a what by when, and all the other crap that's been attached to it. Show up in the office, be here at this time. I get there's shift work and there's needs for that, but in general, if it's the results that matter, so why not let me figure out how to get you those results? Because if I get to do it as you say on my terms, it's probably going to be a whole lot better than a pressure cooker.
I know, and here's something else that I would like to add to that. If you give me that kind of autonomy and allow me to flourish, don't worry, I'll let you know if I struggle. And you, as my leader, your job is to help me get rid of the struggle so that I can continue delivering on those results, right? And I feel that the current management leadership is more about putting more obstacles than removing the obstacles. And that's a problem. Fabricated in a way where somehow we seem to insist on the notion that work needs to be painful, that it cannot be a joy, it cannot be a hobby, it cannot be something that I truly enjoy as part of my life, right? That's by design. That has been for the last, 3, 4, 5,000 years, right? But the thing is that when you think about remote work or distributed work, you realize that work is just one other facet of your life that happens in a very constrained time, where you need to deliver that, and then other things happen in your life. And then if you look into one and the other things have got much more importance than work. So I've always found it silly when I see a lot of organizations asking their employees to choose between their job and their family. I go like, is that a choice?
Right.
Is that really a choice? No, it's not, right? I say, yeah, but we get this great salary. I say, I know, but jobs, there are thousands of them. Family, you got one. And the biological one, you're stuck with it for life. So no, that's not a choice, right? But it's kind of like provoking that way of thinking of saying, with distributed work, we have the opportunity to not just reclaim work, but also our life and live it in our terms, not in someone else's terms.
And there you have it, folks. Insights and minutes on Behavioral Echoes. On behalf of my co-host, Lisa Oburn, we'd like to say thank you to our special guest, Louis Suarez from Asynco, a roundtable of world thought leaders embracing and working on the new landscape for autonomous and trusted distributed work. His connection information can be found in the description below, and we too welcome your feedback and input. Thanks again for joining us, and be well. Until next time.